Hello and welcome to Project Cars Drivers Club Season 3 of Project Cars 2. This is week 1. We are kicking off the season. This is the main series here. We are doing touring cars this season, which I am personally very excited for. I love these cars. They're a great time. That's my audio clip. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright. So yeah, we are in the qualifying session right now. 8.5 minutes left. This was a little bit of an extended qualifying. I think we extended the qualifying sessions 5 minutes this season. This one we were running early, so we went ahead and added another 5 minutes onto that. So the guys have had some time to put in their best laps, and no multi-class traffic to deal with this time. It's just the touring car class. So everybody's going to be running a pretty similar pace, so we should see a lot more close racing, some more pack racing this season. It's surely going to be interesting. Hello, Simpo! Welcome again, bud. Good to have you. So yeah, as of right now, we've got 25 entrants to this race. I got a couple new guys in the field here that we haven't seen. I don't know if Husky raced in the main series last season. And then Dav 200 is also a new member joining us today. So we will see what they're made of out here today. So for timing, it looks like Echo has taken provisional pole position in this session with a 129 flat. Bill Kerman just less than a tenth behind him with a 129.1. Husky is out there with a 133. So Echo and Kerman have kind of left the pack behind. There's seems to be 3 or 4 tenths between a lot of the people up the field there. We'll see how that rounds out in the actual race. Extrovert with a 130.4. So Husky and Extrovert are pretty close on pace, and Echo and Kerman are. Got a couple tenths separating everybody down the field here. Simple's the audio sound all right over there? I'm using a new setup here, so tested it, but I haven't streamed on YouTube specifically with it yet. So yeah, that'll happen. Sometimes life gets in the way of sim racing. It's unfortunate. Yeah, since there's only 4 cars in the class this season, we unfortunately can't have too many custom liveries, so we've only got 4 custom liveries on the field. I think only 2 of which are actually racing today. But we've got Extrovert's BMW here, which is a personal favorite among all the rest, but that's too bad that we can't get a bunch of custom liveries out there, because I enjoy them so much. Oh, beautiful. And then who else? Oh, Mason has another one. Forget who had. Sam has another one, and I don't think he's racing today. And I forget who the 4th person was that had a custom. Go on board with Kerbin to see if he can winnow that 10th down and get pole position. It's going to be an interesting season. Bill Kerman definitely came into his own in the LMP2 cars, but the touring cars are a far cry from LMP. Not as much downforce, not as fast. I think they probably weigh more than an LMP car as well, so it's going to be interesting to see if the last season's champion can pull ahead here in the touring cars. Another change to this season is we won't be having the duo and trio teams anymore. We're actually going to be running a Manufacturer's Cup in the background of these races. So all the drivers for Mercedes and BMW and Opel and Renault, is that all of them? Yeah. They'll all be cooperating with each other to try to gain points over the other car manufacturers here this season. So we'll see how that goes. It should spice things up a little bit. We see some cooperation between the drivers of the same manufacturer here. Oh, Echo took down another 10th from his time. Echo is just slamming out the laps in these touring cars. What is Echo driving? Echo's got the Renault. And Kerman in the BMW. A lot of similar times here for the actual cars themselves. They're all pretty similarly powered. We have yet to see different track conditions affect cars differently. Like the BMW is rear wheel drive and the rest are front wheel, and then there's a lot of little factors here that we might see different cars be better at certain things. The BMW definitely seems to be a bit of a favorite among a lot of people because it's rear wheel drive. A lot of people just don't really like to drive the front wheels. I don't personally blame them. I think front wheels are fun in their own right, though. You can kind of throw them around a lot and drive them like a maniac, and I find that entertaining. But might not be the fastest way to get around the circuit. It looks like Kerman was able to take that 10th off, but Echo kind of leapfrogged ahead of his time already, so. Like our 1, 2, and 3 provisionally are Echo with a 128.9, Kerman with a 129, and Husky with a 133, and gave him the old commentator's curse there. Welcome to PCDC. So qualifying is winding down here. Everybody's getting some last minute laps out. A lot of people in the pits calling it quits. That should be okay. I'm seeming to have an issue today where once people cross the line, they disappear from my timings at the end of a session. Won't be an issue during the race, but yeah, it does appear that there's about 4 Animeras now at the bottom here. So that's interesting, but I guess we'll just have to keep in mind that was Echo in the lead and Kerman second, Husky third, Extrovert fourth, Pauly is in 6th. Barney in 7th. That Apex Envy in 8th? Yeah. Have a Nice Day in 9th. 10th. Meeks 11th. Falcon 13th. How Good is 14th. Mason 16th. Ice 17th. TX3 Dav in 18th. I think shifting around or not. Pro Hop 19th. Turambar 20. T'Challa 21st. Mac 22nd. Mad Dog in 23rd. Snacks 24th. And it looks like Animair is rounding out the 25th, but it also looks like he's 25th through 30th here, so it's kind of hard to say. We may just have to see what happens once the grid formation is called out. So yeah, aside from the class change and the qualifying time change this season, not a whole lot different with the format. We do have track limits turned on. There have been improvements to that system, so I think we'll have track limits, and it's possible to see some time penalties and some slowdowns happen on track now if people are extending or cutting. So that could come into play more than it did in the last season. Aside from that, same old full damage, accelerated tire wear, regular fuel consumption. Should be the same weather for the entire session, but we might have some weather surprises in for us this season. It's kind of hard to say, but we might be in for some surprises later on. So yeah, this is Laguna Seca, a personal favorite circuit, one of the United States' best circuits, if you ask me, and I'm sure a lot of people will agree. The expected lap times are high 129s in a race. We did see a couple 128s in qualifying. Actually, I think it was only Echo that managed to get under 129, so race pace should be around 129 or 130. The corkscrew is going to be a lot of fun as usual. It's a blind chicane that drops 59 feet and it just keeps on going down. It's like a roller coaster. It's fantastic. Yeah, the first couple laps, there's gonna be a lot of traffic going through there, and that's where you usually see some spins and some people going off track, and it's gonna be pretty interesting. Any reason for this extra tire wear? Yeah, we race for an hour, and we put extra tire wear on there just to have some more pit strategy involved. Just to make it a little extra piece of competition, to get pit strategies right for the race. It's been received well by our drivers, and I know when I've driven with the tire wear on it, it's more fun for that hour than just turning laps for an hour, you know. Anyway, the cars in the class that we'll be seeing are the you might hear in the background the lights going off, but they're gonna get off on a formation lap here and manually sort the grid. The 2012 BMW 320 touring car is the only rear-wheel drive on the field out there, so a lot of people have chosen that because they like the rear-wheel drive, and it is a very capable car. We got the 2016 Mercedes-AMG A45, that is a front-wheel drive. 2016 Opel Astra touring car, the 2016 Renault Megane RS is also out there on the field. Yeah, we've done extensive testing prior to this season, and there's not exactly a clear winner in terms of speed. It's a lot of the cars are good at different things. So we'll see how it develops on the track, really. The front wheel drives are going to chew through tires on the front pretty well, but they've also got a sense of extra stability with the front wheel drive too, so. Darren has a good question. How do you get the custom liveries to show up online? What we do is we put out we collect the custom liveries that we're using, and we put them all in one place and send them to our members. So you just download the pack of custom liveries, throw them on, and then in your own game, the people that are using those liveries will show up. So yeah, I only had to download the 4 files and throw them on, and now I can see those 4 custom liveries that we got out there. So let's see if anything changed in our... Yeah, it looks like our field changed from my estimates a little bit, but the top 3 are the same. Zedian's in 5th, Polly in 6th. I think I missed them the first time around. Adamera is not actually in last, he is in 18th. And welcome to everybody new if you're interested in joining us. Are they going racing? They're going racing. That was a short formation lap. There they go. Season 3 is off and running. No major moves being made in turn 2 there so far. It looks like one person has spun off already back in the field there. I'm not sure who that is. I think that is... No, it's not Mason. Not sure who that is. Oh, it's Animera that got spun out. Unfortunate. Looks like our top 3 still keeping it close, not really changing yet. As they go up the hill, hang that left kink. We'll see what happens in the corkscrew here. Nothing major going on. Not bad. Let's see how this group takes it here. Going too wide through the corkscrew, no problem. Very clean racing by these guys. Absolutely impressive. Just trying to find where the action's at here. Looks like Extrovert, Zedian, and Polly are keeping pretty close together. Have a Nice Day, Errol, and Lethargic are also keeping pretty close here. Nobody's quite had the momentum to make a move yet, and there's another person off in the distance. I haven't seen any contacts though in the first couple laps, so that's good. Seems everybody's gotten pretty comfortable with their cars for the season. They put in a lot of testing in the 3 off weeks that we had. Make sure everything's going to go smoothly with these touring cars, and looks like it sure is so far. Echo and Kerman kind of pulling away from Extrovert and Husky here. Although Husky's keeping right up with Extrovert, we'll see if he can shrink that gap down a little bit more. Did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I count 5 cars. Where's Where's this other car coming from? Somebody's been lapped already, it seems. Yeah, the timings are still a bit goofy. Anyway, what I was going to say while the race was starting is if any of you guys in the chat are new to PCDC and what we do, you can go ahead to visit us at pcdc.link if you're interested in joining us. We run this main series every Saturday along with a support series in the KTM. We've got a number of events throughout the week. I'll fill you in on those later. We have changed a few things up for season 3 here. Yeah, a couple new events throughout the week. It's like Lethargic's going side by side up the hill. Just peeked ahead of Errol. Yeah, looks like he's made it stick here. Zedian looking cheeky up the inside of Paulie. Nothing quite happening yet. Is he gonna go for it? Yeah, he's going for the inside of the last turn. A little bit of contact there possibly. Looks like Zedian kind of gave the position back there. But he's not done. He's going right back for the inside. See how our leaders are doing. Sticking within a second of each other. Doesn't look like Bill's in a hurry to make the pass yet. That's Paulie looking for that 5th place back here. Oh, Zedian went wide, hung a couple tires into the gravel. And that gave Paulie all the momentum he needed. And it looks like that Apex Envy behind him? No, it is not. Is that a back marker behind him? That BMW looked like he was trying to sneak on through when Paulie went through. It's always a good deal for the person in the rear if someone goes up, gets the momentum on the outside or something like that, and you can just follow them through. You don't even have to battle for that position, but it doesn't look like that was the case today. Easton Parney looking a little aggressive back here, but I'm not sure if anybody's going to have the momentum to get it done on the straight. Yeah, I've been doing some oval racing on iRacing lately. It's a good time. I like driving dirt oval. It's a good time. Still sticking with project cars for that circuit, that road racing though. Can't be beat in my opinion. And we do have oval racing still in Project Cars 2 on Sundays. Same as last season, we're doing Modern Stock Car on Daytona and Texas. We're switching out every week. Oh, Kerman took the lead? And my race feed is just not working, apparently. It's not alerting me of, yeah, great stuff. Kerman's stolen the lead from Echo here. Echo's now 0.7 behind him. Kerman really pushing the limits of that BMW. You can see him just touching that backside out just a little bit. on some of those corners. Looks like we got a proper gang back here in the field. Pauly, Zedian, Husky, and Apex Envy are all right up close to each other. God, what a beautiful thing. What a beautiful sight to see. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I'm going to take off my sweatshirt because I am getting heated about this. Husky is that a back marker? That's that same back marker that they were working through before. I think. Maybe? Man, I can't tell. Arrowed off in the penultimate corner there. Went a little wide. It's pretty easy to do. Get pretty ambitious on that second to last corner. And something happened, and now Kerman is in third, Echo back into first, and Extrovert has passed him up for second place. I think maybe Kerman pushed that BMW a little too hard and stepped it out or something, because he just got 2 spots swiped from him in rapid succession. And now Extrovert's kicked it out. And that's Kerman back up into second. These guys are pushing so hard, and they are paying the price for it. It's risk and reward up here for the leaders of the race. But it looks like Extrovert and Kerman, by trading and losing control, they've gone nearly 4 seconds behind race leader Echo, and that is going to be difficult to make up. But as I said, we will have pit strategy coming into play at some point during this race. So we'll see how these touring cars handle that. I don't have the intel on exactly how large their fuel tanks are, but they most likely will be at least needing tires by the end of the race. Let's see what Pauly is getting into. Oh, Pauly and Husky. And that same mysterious BMW back marker that I haven't identified yet. Turambar is going into the pits. No? Oh, yes. Yes, he is. Man, I can't work a UI today for my life. That's Pauly hard into the barriers. Major front end damage for him. He is probably going to be looking for the pits at the end of this lap. That is some serious front end damage. Oh, that camera angle right before the turn for the hill is just amazing. Really good stuff. We got a couple penalties on the field, it looks like, already. Let's take a quick look at that. Looks like Echo has accrued a 1 second penalty. Have a Nice Day has a 1 second penalty. Harold with a 3 second, and Pauly with a 1. Some of those might be for extending or cutting a little bit. And, oh my goodness, who is that? Someone just went off in a major way. Not sure who that was. But they are out of here. I can hear them idling next to the camera here. Alright, well, we'll check in with that when we can. Apex Envy about a second away from Husky here. Okay, all right, here we go. Falcon going into the pits. Pauly going into the pits with that damage. Harold must have been the one that spun out just then, and he is going in the pits for some damage. Probably made contact with a barrier on his way off the track. Amira chilling behind ice here. He's in the zone where he could make a move soon, but he's not quite there yet. Ice hanging a couple wheels off into that gravel. That'll slow a person down. It's really dangerous in the BMW. You could step out quite easily. And Amira getting right up to his bumper on the corkscrew here. Losing a little bit of traction through there, but keeping the pace up now, 4/10 behind ice. Ice looking to possibly make some moves on Mad Dog as well. Like that's Harold just coming out of the pits to our left here. I hate that pit exit. Ugh. I don't know if anybody likes it. I guess that's not a very controversial opinion to have. It is a mess though. Now we've got some people coming out of the pits mixing in with the traffic, and it looks like I've lost the script. Everybody's kind of just chilling out. Ice hasn't been able to make the move, and Amira hasn't been able to make a move. There's, I think, Harold off to their right. Yeah, that turn 2 with that pit exit right there kind of spread everybody out. Falcon's still in the pits. Snacks in the pits as well. Apex Envy not quite winning that gap down to Husky yet. Is that even a saying? Is whinnying a word? What did I just say? Is that even a... What am I doing? Where am I? Get some more coffee. There's nothing some coffee can't solve. And Amira's still keeping up with Ice. Ice is 4/10 behind Mad Dog, but I believe Mad Dog... No, that's Ice ahead of Mad Dog there. And then... Is that Dave ahead of him? It is hard to tell. I don't have a spotting guide at hand. Oh wait, maybe I do. Let me see. Yeah, the first race of the season, I'm struggling to figure out what liveries everybody's using. We do keep the same liveries throughout the season, but I haven't actually seen them on the track yet. So yeah, I'm not gonna bother with the spotting guide right now. That's Extrovert diving into the pits and already losing 3rd place and 4th and 5th, falling down. It looks like some major front end damage there to Extrovert's vehicle. Bad luck. That's Zedian into 3rd place now. Like Mad Dog and Animera are about to have it out. A lot of fun stuff going on here. Looks like Ice is still working on Dav up there in the front of this pack as well. Yeah, it does seem, oh, some frontal contact there. Animera got a little happy on the throttle and not the brakes, it seems, or somebody braked a little bit too hard going into the kink, maybe. It's a difficult braking zone to judge, especially to judge other people. You can take that left-hand kink before the Rahal straight really quickly, but you do have to tap the brakes a little bit, so it's hard to judge your own braking distance. I'm not sure if the markers are even still up. Sometimes those get crashed into. Oh, that's not even Husky in front of Apex there. That's just a back marker that he's trying to make his way around. But I don't believe... you know what? I should actually find out. I don't think we have active blue flags. Oh. Looked like Husky was getting a little squirrely there. Oh, Ice has been making up some position, or no, Animera's lost some positions, and Ice and Mad Dog have been working their way up while people have been in the pits. That is Ice ahead of Mad Dog. Is he gonna make it stick through turn 1? Yes, we'll see how it goes through turn 2 here. Ice to the outside. Mad Dog coming out a little bit there. It's not impossible to pass on the outside there by any means, and it looks like Ice has made it stick. Oh yeah, I think that was just him reclaiming a position from Mad Dog, because Dav is still in front of them there, and probably gonna see some more battles coming up here quickly as Mad Dog wants that position back. He's not giving Ice that position for free. Check in with Apex Envy here. I think that's Husky up ahead in the yellow car. I think this is a back marker between them. Quite getting it done yet. Snack still looks kind of beat up after his pit stop, but could have possibly just gotten his essential systems repaired there. It looks like people are retiring. I don't know if it's just my screen, but it looks like we're down to 23 drivers now. What is going on with the timers? The gap timers are just all... My project car is all fucked up today. I'm just gonna say it. Stuff is not going smoothly in terms of timing today. I've seen stuff jump 17 seconds at a time. Mad Dog's still not letting Ice run away. get some clear air for a while to carry on. Oh, where'd Dab go now? Dab is suddenly at the bottom, and I can't make heads or tails out of what's happening at the bottom of the field. So we're just gonna move on. How about that? Apex Envy still looking to make something happen with Husky, but I still think Husky's that yellow car up ahead that you see there, and I think this is a back marker in between them. Yes, it is. So we're gonna keep getting pings for this, but it doesn't look like Apex Envy is gonna make it around this back marker in time. Not anytime soon, at least. Like we might be getting joined by Polly. Has retired from the race, apparently. Hello, Polly. Oh, let me see if my... There we go. Can you hear me, Polly? I can't quite hear you yet. Hey there, Paul?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello, how's it going, man?
Yeah, things happened.
Yeah, what happened there?
I spun out and went head on into a wall, so...
Yeah, we've seen a couple people. You'd think with these kind of slower cars and a lot of front-wheel drives, we wouldn't see too much off-track action, but I've seen probably half a dozen people go off-track, and 3 or 4 of them have had some serious front-end damage going on.
Yeah, I mean, I got back on track, spent about a minute in the pits, and then I just kept making silly mistakes, and it's put me so far down the yard.
Yeah, that will happen. We had
a shame. I'm enjoying the car.
Yeah. How are you enjoying the touring car?
They're great fun.
What were you driving?
I'm the Mercedes.
Mercedes, yeah. I've driven that one a few times. I think I like the Megane for the front wheel drive a little bit more, but the Mercedes is definitely a good time as well. I was wondering, how much fuel does the Mercedes have capacity for in the tank?
Capacity, I think, 100 litres. I think everyone's put in around about 70 litres for the race.
Okay, and is that 70 litres for the entire race?
Yeah.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, BMWs can just about do a no-stop, I think, but I'm not sure about front-wheel drives for tyres.
Right.
Front-wheel drives use a lot more.
Yeah, the front-wheel drives chew through those tires something fierce. I mean, take all the tire scrub that you get just steering a rear-wheel drive, and then try to put your torque through that as well, and yeah, they're hell on the front tires.
And the other thing is BMW uses a little less fuel as well.
Oh, really?
Not a lot less. So.
That's just that German engineering right there. Yeah, so the BMW being rear-wheel drive might possibly be able to do a no-stopper on tires then, depending on conditions, and the front-wheel drives will probably have to pit then?
I don't know about the front-wheel drives. I know they use a lot more of the tread up.
Yeah. But
it'd be interesting to see whether or not people pit, because I know the BMWs, I don't think they are this race. They can go to the end, so I don't know. It's a shame. I was enjoying the race, but it's just silly mistakes. They're great fun, but I just don't know what to battle with. That's it. It's done for me.
I apologize if I don't catch everything you say, Polly. The voice has been acting up today, as I'm sure you're aware, but it's definitely operable, so we'll keep on trucking here. Yeah, no, it's been some really nice racing. these cars are, you know, a bit slower than the LMP2 cars we were using, and now that we don't have two classes, we've seen a lot of pack racing going on here. Little clusters of guys keeping up with each other here and staying in prolonged battles. It's been quite fun to watch so far. You got the race up in front of you now, Paulie?
Yeah, I'm currently on board with... I'm not sure.
It looks like Meeks has gone wide, giving Extrovert all the room he needs to get through. Extrovert still has some front end damage, but looks like he hasn't lost too much pace for it. Have a nice day. He's going to be looking for an opportunity to give Apex the pass, but not quite getting it yet.
There's a lot of people with penalties as well.
Yeah, I was curious to see how much penalties we'd see, and it already seems like we've got this. I think the same people had penalties before, but now they've accrued another second or two in penalties. So it does seem to be punishing people adequately for things. But one of the drivers did say that this circuit is a bit too punishing on the track limits for extending and whatnot, but you know, my position on that is just don't extend then. Just don't. Just keep it between the white lines, and you won't get a time penalty. It's pretty easy. Of course, you have the incidental times where you get pushed off track or what have you, but what do they call that? Force majeure. That shit happens and life goes on.
Yeah. It's nice to see an Astra up in the mix as well. Third. Which is surprising. Because I thought on paper they were slowest, but they seem to have made quite a good setup for it.
Yeah, simple. Sometimes there's a... sometimes it only shows the first 16 people when you're spectating. Paulie's had that when he's joined me too. It happens.
You can put your mouse over it and scroll up and down. That helps.
Oh, you can scroll up and down on it? Okay. Looks like Have a Nice Day is that Apex? Yep, that's Apex ahead of him there. And he is looking hungry. And Apex is looking hungry. We got some hungry boys. The dinner bell has been rung. As they take the fast left-hander to move onto the hill approach here. Very important to get all the momentum you can up the hill, especially in cars that aren't super fast. These touring cars and lower downforce cars, lower torque cars, you want to get that momentum going smoothly up that hill. As Apex oh my goodness, huge contact between Apex and Husky. Both of them forced off track there. And oh no, that wasn't Husky, that was Apex and a back marker. Massive contact. That is what happens when you go too wide in the corkscrew sometimes. Yeah, that was an absolutely huge contact. I'm sure we'll be seeing a incident report after that one. Extrovert here cozying up to Parney, looking for that P8. Nearly made contact there to the final hairpin, and Extrovert had 3 wide down the main straight. Extrovert, Parney, and was that Meeksta? No, it was not. It was a back marker getting into the mix. Getting very interesting out here. Looks like the BMW's sliding a little bit as they're going into turn 2 with all their momentum. I think it's funny. I was looking at the map of Laguna Seca, and I think it's a bit humorous that turn 1 is the left-hand kink on the start-finish straight. But then later on, there's where's the other kink? Between turn 4 and turn 5, there's a right-hand kink right before turn 5, and you start climbing up the hill. There's a right-hand kink, and that's not classified as a turn, but the left-hand kink is. But I guess realistically, the turn 1, you do have to actually turn the car, and for that kink after turn 4, you actually can go straight onto turn 5 and just into the braking zone for turn 5. So I guess that doesn't necessitate a corner if you don't have to actually turn. But looking at it from the map, it looks like they're about the same angle from above. Meeksta about a second behind Parney. Probably not gonna get it done there too quickly here. Falcon again in the pits. I think this is Falcon's second pit stop, and that's Dav into the pits as well. This is Dav's first race with us, and he's up into 15th, well 16th now. But it's been a pretty strong showing. I like to see the newcomers come out and hop right into the main series and keep up. It's a good thing. How good? Looks like he's got fairly scuffed up along the left side of his Renault. Alright, so let's try to ascertain what's going on with the race leaders here. Echo has a 4.5 second lead ahead of Bill Kerman. And it looks like Bill's been taken out of his element here a little bit with the touring cars.
Yeah, on paper, I believe the Renault is slightly faster.
Yeah, okay.
It's very close between the BMW and the Renault.
There's Mason letting Bill Kerman through there.
But it's also the Astra's in third, and on paper that's supposed to be the slowest. So
yeah, I was mentioning that earlier. There's different things that these cars are good at. You know, they're all good at different things, and I think we're just gonna have to wait and see, you know, what conditions are best for each car, because it's anybody's guess right now who could be the winner at the end of the season. So that's Zedian in third, nearly 30 seconds behind Bill Kerman. It looks like the pack has split up a fair amount. Husky is 11 seconds behind Zedian, so until pit stops come into play, that is basically where they're going to be. And my goodness, how the time flies. We've only got 20 minutes and 20 seconds left of the race. So we are, what is that, 40 minutes in then? Time flies when you're having fun, right? Apex
to mix it up a bit, Echo has a 3-second penalty.
Oh, that is true.
So all Bill has to make up only a couple of seconds, and he can possibly take the win.
Yeah, Bill Kerman's still about 4.5 seconds behind Echo, so if he can get a 1.5 seconds faster by the end of the race, he can possibly take that win from Echo. Big group of cars here around Meeksta going into the final hairpin onto the start-finish straight. Oh, the stereo car engines were bugging me out for a second. These headphones are too good sometimes. So that's Parney just under a half second away from Meeksta's front end here. Meeksta gets a good run up the hill here. He might be able to make something happen.
be interesting to see how the weather comes into hand now, because it's now heavy cloud.
Yeah, it's getting more cloudy throughout the race, and I think that's one thing. Yeah, I was around the mods when we were planning a lot of the season, but I don't have the full information on what the weather's going to be like. So everybody's going to kind of be surprised to see exactly what happens. We're just going to have to see what happens now that we know that everybody can handle some weather. It's going to be a big mystery going through the season, and I'm sure we're going to... I'd be willing to bet we're going to see a spot of rain this season here.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Lethargic is looking to make the move on Have. Lethargic should... Oh, not quite. Getting a little too anxious there. I think if I was Lethargic, I would have gone for the old slow in, fast out there and try to beat him on momentum up the hill, but looks like Lethargic just wanted to keep going for it. So he is still in 6th for the time being. Not going to tell Lethargic how to drive, though. He's much faster than me, realistically.
Kermin is closing the gap because of traffic, I think.
Oh, yes. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic up ahead, and Kermin is now only 4 seconds, so about 7/10 have been shaved off since we last checked in. And a couple people just letting the race leaders through here. Very, very clean driving. We've seen one serious contact between cars at the bottom of the corkscrew, but aside from that, no actual car-to-car contact. It's just been car-to-barrier contact.
There was a massive bit of contact in the first turn at the start of the race.
Oh, was there?
I believe involving Anamera and... No, Anamera was involved. His car leapt back 20 feet in the sky.
Oh. Yeah, I did see somebody go off in turn 2, but I couldn't get eyes on the entire pack at the start of the race, so I missed out on some action. Lethargic's still working on Have. Yeah, looks like they're in about the same position as when we left them. Man, you take a break from commentating for 3 weeks and it's like your mouth just forgets how to work. Maybe I've not had enough coffee today. I'm just gonna keep chugging the stuff until the race is over. And then I'm gonna talk to myself for the rest of the day. I really like Have's, I don't know what team that livery is, but it looks like some 90s ski apparel, like white and bluish purple and neon green. I like that aesthetic.
Yeah, it is nice. Opal's probably the best looking car out there, I think, anyway.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I'm still a BMW guy whenever I can be, as far as aesthetics go. I don't always drive the BMWs in GT3 or GTE or touring cars, but I love the way they look any day of the week. So I don't even really mind how they perform, and they do perform, but I like the aesthetic of a car that looks kind of luxurious and kind of sporty and just a lot of things at the same time, but manages to look really classy at the same time. And just I think maybe I'm not a huge hatchback fan, maybe at heart. Although I do like driving them. They're a lot of fun to drive. Falcon coming out of the pits. Paulie, has he been in the pits for this entire time? Or did he go back in?
I believe he was struggling with it. He was struggling with engine damage at the beginning of the race, I think. Not sure why he's been back in.
Yeah, was this his third stop? Or because he just went in for his second stop a while ago, and I don't know if he's been in the entire time or if he went in for a third stop just now. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Looks like someone else has gotten some time penalties. Echo's now up to a 5-second penalty. I think he's pushing really hard and extending in the same place multiple times and getting a time penalty accrued. A couple other people with some time penalties as well. So for Kerman, that's, well, looks like he's dropped back to 7 seconds now. So Kerman needs to make up 2 seconds by the end of the race. We've got 13 minutes left. And if Kerman can get within that time gap and not get any penalties himself, he could still take the win. But I gotta say, it is good to see Kerman getting challenged out there after his completely just dominant Season 2 performance. Huge fan of Bill Kerman, but I don't want him to get bored, you know. Lethargic, still working on that.
Sorry.
What was that, Paul?
I was going to say after 10 seconds they get a drive-through penalty. So...
Oh, okay. Well, hopefully we won't see that happen. 5 seconds is the maximum anybody's got right now. But it does seem Echo, the race leader, does have the most time penalties, so that does say to me that he is pushing as hard as he possibly can, so it's possible to see some more penalties be accrued. Turambar into the pits now. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's stopping for tires, really.
Must be struggling with the tyres right about now.
I think that's Turambar out of the race. He just disappeared from my menu here. Oh, and I was looking at other stuff and Lethargic went ahead and passed Have a Nice Day here. Looks like Snacks is getting within a second of Mason, but not quite doing the trick yet. And Lethargic's pulled out to nearly a second ahead of Have. Might be running away with that P5. Let's see if Snacks has caught up to Mason a little bit. Not quite. Still about the same as when we left him. Good. Little fuel check on that BMW there. 19, 20, 25. That seems like everybody's got enough fuel to make it through the entire race, huh?
Everyone took the same sort of amount.
Oh, well, we got a little bit of downtime. I did want to run by the viewers the additions to our events throughout the week for Season 3. Our Rallycross Thursday has been replaced with a Formula Renault doing the 3.5 liter Formula cars on Thursdays now, and that is a good bit of fun. Friday we still got the support series before the main race here with the KTM Crossbow, as I've mentioned before. Friday's Friday Night Racing, which is random cars and random weather. Saturday is the support main series. And Sunday still doing oval, but we're switching up with the Texas Speedway as well. I guess not too much change in the actual layout of our week, but the Formula series is going to be pretty fun. I participated this Thursday, and it was a lot of fun. I don't even race Formula ever, and I had a really good time with it. Yeah, if anybody wants to join us, pcdc.link is where you can find our website and instructions on how to join. Really low pressure. You can, aside from the main series here, you can just show up and race to any event you want to, as long as you're in the voice chat with us. The main series last season was extremely popular, so we had to put a sign up on just to make sure that people would actually show up and could attend if they're trying to seriously compete. But see, we only had 25 entries this Saturday, but we'll see what happens with race 2.
Grid was a lot smaller on this track, bear in mind.
Oh, that's right. I think there's only 26
slots
maximum. Yeah. So that may have been the entire decider there. Where are we next week, Paulie? Do you know?
We are at Long Beach.
Oh, that'll be fun. I love those street circuits, road circuits. They're so fun. Is that Mac there? Yep, that's whoop. Mad Dog looking to make something happen soon, possibly within the next lap. Be within range to get E15 from Mac, who's ahead in that BMW. Not too much change with our leaders of the race. Echo's still in the lead. Kerman about 8 seconds behind him now. It looks like Echo's running away with it and hasn't gotten any more time penalties. Zedian's still in third. They've just been holding it down for the entire race. Nearly.
I see Crow Hop in third.
What was that, Polly?
I see Crow Hop in third.
What? I see I see Crow Hop in 19th. But my 15th to 22nd all says 0 on the lap time. So yeah, I think half or like 1/3 of my field is just messed up for timing here. My last lap and best lap from 15th on down is completely borked. So we may have some... Oh, what was going on there? Mac off at the top of the corkscrew. Looked like there may have been some contact there between some cars. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, we may... Oh, and that's Mason losing it a little bit. Not sure if there's some contact there as well.
That looked self-inflicted.
Yeah, it did look like he just took that corner a bit ambitiously, which is very easy to do. Oh, Crow Hop getting the best of it as they go onto the start-finish straight. Yeah, I'm interested to see what the results are going to look like for me now, because I didn't even really notice how messed up my timings were over here. So what do you have for the top 5, Paulie?
I see Echo, Kermin, Crow Hop, Zedian, and then Husky.
Okay, so I'm just missing Crow Hop. That's weird. Bit frustrating. What do you do? This is a good day of sim racing. Doesn't go by without a couple bugs here and there. That's just part of the life. What position do you have Ice in, Paulie?
9th.
Okay, I've got him in 15th. Now on my screen, Ice is dead last. That's great. Good stuff. I'll save my fit of rage till after the stream is ending. Echo now 8.5 seconds ahead of Bill Kerbin, and still only a 5-second penalty. So Echo might run away with it here in the last 3.5 minutes of the race. Polly, let me know if Crowhop gets involved in any fun stuff in the top 3 here, because I can't tell exactly when it's going to go down.
The next person behind him's 15 seconds behind, and he's 32 seconds away from the person in front of him, so okay. I don't think a lot will be going on, to be honest.
Copy that. On board with race leader Echo to see how it goes. See how a master does Laguna Seca. This is one of my favorite circuits. Oh, it looks like Have a Nice Day in front of him, kind of going out to the side a little bit. He moves to the inside here, trying to let Echo pass, and it looks like it got done cleanly. That is not the ideal place to be passing anybody, but looks like they managed to hold it together through the corkscrew. I think the rear end came off the ground a little bit there, just absolutely tipping into the corkscrew. The penultimate corner, fast right-hander here, and to the hairpin final corner of the circuit. You can keep it pretty quick through there in the touring cars.
I believe he's on the final lap now then. There's not enough time for that. So this is the final lap.
Yep. Well, doesn't look like any positions are subject to change too quickly on my screen. How about yours, Polly?
Mad Dog and 14th behind him. I see it as an X. Don't know who they're called.
Oh, it's Mason. Oh yeah, Mason's half second behind Mad Dog there. Mason going up the inside, but couldn't quite keep his exit up.
Mercedes has been quite a hard car to tune to keep up with the other cars. Spent the last couple of weeks sort of tuning that car to try and make it as competitive as possible, and it's getting there.
I don't think I've ever really wholeheartedly tried to tune a front-wheel drive car, to be honest. I don't even know where I would begin.
Neither have I, but it was better than default. So yeah. I was doing something right.
Here's Echo onto the start-finish straight, and it looks like he has won the first race of Season 3 here in the Touring Car Series. Nice flash of the lights there, little celebration for him.
Would you like anyone for interviews after? I will go over.
Yeah, see if Echo wants to, see if Kerman will. Who's in third? Crowhop? Yeah, my finishing screen is all goofed up, but that was certainly Echo in the win there, and Kerman behind him. And I believe Crowhop in third then?
Sorry about that. My PC decided to reset itself right at that moment.
Very, very nice timing.
I'm on my phone. Who would you like to interview? I would go over and get them.
Top 3. You know, let's start with Echo. See if he'll come in.
Okay, I'll go over. See you in a bit.
Yep. Oh, his microphone got louder while he was gone. Don't know how that happened. But yeah, that was race 1. We'll have some interviews here and see how everything went. I do believe that was Crow Hop in 3rd there, which is a really good position for them. I don't think I've seen them on the podium in the previous series, so that is a plus. Next week we'll be at Long Beach Street Circuit. Another American track. It's like the touring cars are touring America, but actually I do think we've got other exciting tracks going on later. Let's have a look. Oh, we got Zolder for week 3, Bruto for week 4, Wilton Park for 5. Back to America for Sonoma Short in week 6. And in week 7, we're having an endurance at Bathurst, and that is going to be a multi-class endurance between the touring cars and the support league cars, which are going to be the KTMs. So that's going to get pretty interesting up there on Mount Panorama between touring cars and a KTM class. Let's see how that goes. I'm gonna go ahead and kidnap Echo here for an interview. Echo, hello.
Hello.
How's it going? How you feeling, man?
Really tired now. That was intense.
Yeah, you were certainly giving it all you got out there.
Yeah.
How's where'd the time penalties accrue from, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I got one at the last turn where I got too much turn in, and I got one there. And also the fast left-hander kept running wide a little bit. But the penalties are really harsh on this track.
Yeah, I've heard as much that it's real punishing for going out.
Yeah. I found that it was not worth slowing down, because I did it at the beginning and I let Bill go because I got to slow down, and it still gave me a second. So after that, I just ignored them and just kept going, hoping that I could just pull away from Bill.
Yeah, which you did. We were keeping track of the gap versus your penalty, and you managed to keep the pace up really well to offset that. That was impressive.
Yeah, he was catching me at the beginning, but I think when the traffic started to come, that's when we got split up a little bit.
Yeah, it seemed that way. How are you liking the car?
Yeah, it's nice to drive. It's very stable. Like, I tried the BMW and I found that really tail happy. So the Renault suits my style a lot more. But you just got to watch out for the understeer.
Second here. I just realized the server shut down, so I had to throw to something else.
All right.
Yeah, good racing out there. Congrats on your win. That was pretty nice. Did I didn't get the intel from Paulie since he didn't finish the whole race. Are you guys having to pit in ideal circumstances at all?
No, I think you'd lose way too much time. You need to manage your tires a little bit. My right front got a little bit hot on occasions, but you just need to manage it a little bit. My right front was like empty as I crossed the line, so I think I timed it pretty much perfectly.
Very nice.
And I overfueled a little bit. I still had like 15 liters left, but I'd rather be safe than run out.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll let you go. Thanks for giving us the interview, and congratulations. That was some really great pace out there.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Cheers. See ya.
Who's next? Who's next? I'm getting Bill in here. Bill, my boy.
Hello, Dustin. How are you?
I'm great. How you doing, man?
I'm fine. It was a great race. Finally, a good challenge.
Yeah, exactly. I said during the stream I don't want you getting bored out there, so it's good to see a good challenge for you out there.
Yeah, I'm very happy that that Echo feels at home with these cars. It was great to actually have a race on my hands, and it was really close. Really, I had one spin where I lost a few seconds, which I think were about the difference. But I'm really not looking for excuses. Echo was just faster today, and props to him. Good race.
Yeah, he had an interesting strategy of pushing as hard as he could, and when he got a time penalty, he just pushed harder.
Yeah, I will have to remember that for next race.
Yeah.
Maybe it works.
It might. Seems
yeah, you need to remember that from 10 seconds. That from 10 seconds you get the drive through, so you need to be careful.
Yes, at that point, you definitely need to be careful. How are you liking your car?
Well, I was not too happy with the race setup. It felt worse in the heavy clouds than it did in light clouds. And yeah, I'm going to have to check for the next race that I tune for both weather conditions. But in general, I was pleasantly surprised by touring cars. I was expecting them to be worse, but the BMW saved my enjoyment of the car class, I think.
That's good. Yeah, not a huge front-wheel drive fan then, Bill?
Nah, they just feel boring when you accelerate out of a corner.
Yeah, you can whip them into corners like a madman, though. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, well, but that gets a bit old after 2 or 3 laps for me.
It does get old kind of fast. Yeah, I'm with you on that one for sure. Well, yeah, good race out there. Congrats on your second place. I'll throw you back into the Wolves chat here.
Thank you, Dustin.
Good going out there, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do in these touring cars.
Yeah, thank you.
Where's Polly? I need to confirm with Polly that Crow Hop got third. Polly. Hey, bud. I don't think Polly's there. Oh, all right. I'm not even sure who the third place was, so I'm not going to start pulling random people in for interviews. Yeah, that's been season 3, week 1 for Project Cars Drivers Club main series. If you're interested at all in joining us, pcdc.link is the website, and you can join us and jump in for next week. Really good time. Bunch of good drivers in here. So yeah, I've been Dustin the Destroyer for Project Cars Drivers Club. Have a good day, everybody.